Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and it's a privilege here, guys, to sit down here and talk to you guys about the best fight at 175 pounds. And it is official. It's going to take place on June 1st in Saudi Arabia. Definitely, I'm sure it'll probably be a pay-per-view. And it's for the undisputed light heavyweight title. Arthur Beterbiev, the Battle of Russia, ladies and gentlemen. Arthur Beterbiev, 20-0, 20 KOs versus Dimitry Bivol, 22-0, 11 knockouts. What a great fight. You got the boxer puncher versus the armored Russian tank. It's the Battle of Russia, right? Between two Russian tanks. But you got the pure boxer puncher who has an excellent bounce on his foot, excellent ring IQ, excellent jab, excellent 1-2. When he gets those combos going, is very fluid, very sharp, explosive. And then you got Arthur Beterbiev, who's a human wrecking ball, who comes forward with suffocating pressure. And when he gets to you, is a vicious assault, man. Head, body, uppercuts, right hooks, looping right hands. Beterbiev, man, he hits you all over the place. It's like Subriel Matias, a similar style. But the only difference is Arthur Beterbiev ain't doing no arm punches and tap. When he's Arthur Beterbiev, when he lets those hands go, he ain't doing no tapping. He is drilling those hands on you, drilling those punches, trying to punch holes through you. And yeah, interesting fight. I've talked about this fight before a couple times, and stylistically is a great fight. Two of the best at 175 pounds, man, for all the marbles. The Undisputed Championship. Arthur Beterbiev with WBC, IBF, WBO, and Dimitry Bivol with the WBA title. Dimitry Bivol has been in there with Joe Smith, Canelo Alvarez. He beat both those guys pretty handedly and convincingly. He beat the brakes off Canelo after Canelo was on a rampage, being unstoppable, hadn't lost since to Floyd Mayweather in 2013. So for Dimitry Bivol to go in there and knock off one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing today, and future Hall of Famer Canelo Alvarez, and the way he did it, man, he just did what he wanted with Canelo Alvarez, and that's crazy to say. Some tremendous, that was a Hall of Fame win for Dimitry Bivol, knocking off a future Hall of Famer. Then he went in there, outboxed Joe Smith for 12 rounds. Let me tell you something about Dimitry Bivol. Dimitry Bivol is a pure boxer puncher. Excellent balance on his step. Hard to hit. He's very hard to hit. Very elusive. Excellent 1-2. Good jab. Once he maintains that momentum, it's hard to get him off of that rhythm, you know. And Arthur Beterbiev is going to have to do him, man. He's going to have to be him. Pressure. Try to back Dimitry Bivol up. Throw him off his game. Throw him off his rhythm. Just calm, make it an ugly fight. He's going to have to make it an ugly fight, like what Dimitry Bivol normally does. Dimitry Bivol can box too. You know, he's got good boxing skills. You know, he sneaked in that right uppercut underneath Joe Smith and was able to catch him good. And when he caught him, that changed the fight completely. Joe Smith ate it and went straight to the ropes. They were in the middle of the ring, and he ran. He looked like he took a jog when he ate it to the ropes. Stumbled into the ropes. That spelled the end for Joe Smith. And speaking of Joe Smith, a common opponent, Dimitry Bivol, he went 12 rounds with him, outboxing him, and when Joe Smith fought him, Arthur fought him. Arthur ran him over in 2 rounds, pretty dominantly and pretty easy. That's what Arthur is, man. He's a human wrecking ball, a legit Russian tank, very strong, heavy hitter. The record speaks: 20 wins, 20 KOs. You would think that he's slowing down now that he's 39. Well, in his last fight, he showed he's not slowing down. He's a still dangerous 39-year-old fighter. And I'm sure he's going to show every bit of his danger against Dimitry Bivol. Dimitry Bivol is going to be him, man. I'm sure this is what makes this fight so great. Dimitry Bivol is going to be doing him, boxing, moving, being on his foot, on his toes, keeping that jab, keeping Dimitry Bivol off of him as much as possible. 11 KOs out of 22 wins, but Dimitry Bivol hits pretty hard. And once he gets those combos flying, man, it's beautiful. And Artur Beterbiev with his punches, this is going to be the interesting part when those punches from Dimitry Bivol are coming towards Beterbiev. Beterbiev is going to have to keep his hands up, move his head a bit, and just try to make it ugly, man. Pressure, 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 close that gap. And when you close that gap, unload and unleash like he normally does. That's if he's able to catch Dimitry Bivol. You know, he's able to close that gap and really unload some shots on him. Because that's his only best shot, because he cannot box with Dimitry Bivol. He cannot do it. He's going to get outboxed and peppered all night and get busted up from the outside. Because Dimitry Bivol he knows how to use his range. He knows how to use his distance. And yeah, so Artur is going to have to close the gap, get inside, and work him on the inside, rough him up, and just unload those uppercuts, body shots, everything. You know, because if he stays on the outside and boxes with Dimitry Bivol, it's going to be a long night and it's not going to be pretty. So in order for this fight to be great, Dimitry Bivol has to be pushed back by Beterbiev. Beterbiev has to push the pressure and make it an ugly fight. And, you know, to see how Dimitry will respond to that. And let's see. It's a great fight. It's the best fight, 175. Like I said, this fight needed to happen. Boxing needed it. You know, and so far, man, 2024, we've been seeing some tremendous fights. The best fighting the best. And boxing needs this. And this is one of those fights that ranks up there with the best versus the best. It is the best versus the best. You got all the marbles on the line in this one. 2 fighters left. The Battle of Russia. 2 Russian tanks. Both undefeated. Dimitry Bivol has never really had a close fight in his career. Beterbiev, on the other hand, he's been taken to the limit in some fights. Had some close calls with Marcus Brown. Almost got stopped with that big cut on his head. But he rallied and was able to stop Marcus Brown. Like, you know, he got a come from behind KO. He needed that. But it just showed the toughness, and you can't count Beterbiev out in any fight. Warrior. So, regardless if Beterbiev is getting outboxed by Dimitry Bivol, it's not over until that final bell. You cannot count out Beterbiev. So if things are going to be looking rough, a bit in the fight for Beterbiev, I won't count him out, man. I won't count him out, but we'll see. But it's official. June 1st, Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen. The press conference is going to be taking place on April 15th. Matchroom Boxing. Artur Beterbiev, 20-0, 20 KOs versus Dimitry Bivol, 22-0, 11 knockouts for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. The Battle of Russia between 2 Russian tanks. 2 unstoppable force at 175 pounds. Let me know what you guys think about this fight. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host of Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.